The Ally Coalition is an organization, I believe it was founded by the band Fun. Basically what they do is they promote LGBT safety, equality, and inclusion in concert venue spaces, and specifically right now we're focusing on inclusion in schools. And so they teamed up with Troye Sivan to do a campaign while he was on his tour, the Suburbia tour. And so they put out a call for volunteers, and I applied, and I actually got accepted, and I asked if I could bring Abigail along, and they said yes. So I went to this volunteer thing, which was really cool. What I didn't know was that the volunteering package came with pretty much VIP access to the concert as well. That's what this wristband is for. Actually, they gave it to me right as I was getting started at the volunteering bit, and I learned later that it was to give me access to, they called it Floor 1. It was basically the pit, right up close. We hung out at the back because we went in pretty late, and I didn't really want to go get in the crowd anyway, but it was still super cool, and that was definitely the closest I've ever been to a big arena stage concert thing. So we started out, they had us assembling the gift bags for the VIP guests, so we laid out a bunch of bags and we put in all the stuff, and then as the VIP guests arrived, we handed them out. Quite a few people ran by without getting their fancy signed posters, so I ran after them and gave them posters. And then after that part was done, we packed up and went upstairs, and we set up the Ally Coalition booth. So what we were doing was, it was a kind of raffle, and so people would come up, and if they donated $1 or more to the Ally Coalition, we had a little bin, then they could get a sticker. And if the sticker said winner on the back, then they got this signed poster from Troye Sivan. It was a limited edition or whatever. And so Abigail was among the group walking around the crowd, holding up the poster and sending people our way. But I got to stand behind the booth, and I interacted with hundreds of people, maybe. It was really great getting to meet all these people and see how, everyone was practically radiating joy because they were at this amazing experience. And seeing how everyone was dressed was really cool. There were a bunch of people running around with rainbow flags, which I thought was awesome, wearing them as capes as if they were at Pride. It was really great getting to meet all these people. And what I thought the best part of that, a huge portion of Troye Sivan's fan base is LGBTQ. And so seeing those people walk up to us and hearing us giving our little spiel about advocating for safety and inclusion of LGBTQ youth, both in schools and in the concert venue, was seeing their expressions as they understood that we were there to advocate for them and we were giving them a safe space I can't articulate how amazing it was. There were some pretty powerful moments in the concert itself as well. I was standing facing forwards looking at the stage, and then suddenly I turned around and I saw this.
Everyone turn around and look at what I'm looking at right now.
It literally made me cry. I started crying when I saw that. I was so happy. It was just so meaningful to me to see this group of people gathering together in a very visible show of solidarity and power. It reminded me about what we should be doing, because as you probably know by now, Trump won the presidential election, and that has some pretty huge consequences for a lot of us, being surrounded by all those people and all that love. It reminded me that here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be visible, and I'm gonna work for change, for positive change. I'm not gonna stop for 4 years, and neither should you. I think I'm gonna turn this channel into something more activist. I'm gonna talk very vocally and visibly about LGBT issues all the time. I'm going to raise awareness, and I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm gonna try to volunteer at things like this, at least once a month. I'm going to become a part of the conversation, and I think that everyone else should too, because even with some of the horrific side effects that could be coming, both with violence from Trump's fans and the repealing of certain basic civil rights from many of us, there is still a lot we can do to make things not better, but okay. We can stand together and stand strong. We are stronger together, because this is not over.